Mike Dunlap from Austin, Texas. I own Against the Grain, provide fitness, nutrition, and culinary services. I'm also a nursing student. I got into the restaurant business back in 1995. Didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. My mom happened to find an ad in the newspaper that Hooters was opening in my hometown. Suggested that I go up there and apply for a job. I started washing dishes for them, and here 18 years later, I'm still in the business, still doing food, but it's evolved. Once I got back into the culinary side, working in restaurants, I found I was working, creating other people's menus, maximizing their profitability. I wasn't happy with the product that I was putting forth for my guests. I got out, started working as a personal chef, doing all in-home work. I had a lot of clients that had, celiac disease, weight loss issues, things like that. So I also got my personal training certification so I could provide two different services for them, working with them on their fitness as well as their wellness, with their nutrition and their diets. One of my goals, and I think one of the things that attracted me towards nursing so much, was the opportunity to travel. Once I started Against the Grain Fitness, everything that's gone on in the last year really has been, I started Against the Grain, and I was specifically catering to, celiac, people with celiac disease, paleo clients, athletes, grain-free living. And I started doing a lot more studying of, our ancestral heritage and culture. And, you look at all of the, debilitating diseases that we have, and it goes beyond just the food that we're putting in our body. It's the lives that we're living now. And going with the nursing route, it's going to give me the opportunity to, affiliate myself with an organization like Doctors Without Borders and be able to travel overseas and, see some of these little villages and how they live. Get away from the day-to-day stuff that we think that we have to survive. Yeah, I have my personal training, personal chef business, and I also supplement my income doing some bartending on the side. That's really been a huge issue for me because, being a small business owner, I knew going back to school, taking out loans in order to grow my business wasn't an opportunity, or wasn't an option. I was not going to put myself in debt to start this business, grow this business. So, literally, a couple shifts a week, and I'm able to buy new equipment or, put in, do some advertising, pay for some print work, things like that. One of my other projects and things that I've got going on is the new Huntergatherer Project, which goes beyond, like I said, just the food that we're putting in our bodies, the lives that we're living. It's going back to how we're genetically programmed to be living our lives. We're not genetically programmed to be sitting in traffic for hours a day, and increasing our stress levels, increasing our blood pressure, and dealing with all of this crap. We're not meant to be spending all of that time away from our family. We're meant to be building and developing and maintaining those relationships, and we're not doing that anymore. So that's the new Hunter-Gatherer Project, is going to be an exploration of that, and hopefully through the nursing, having my background in culinary, my background in fitness, and then a medical education, I'll be able to start writing a little bit more and get into books. Now, 2004, I had been managing restaurants in Southern California for about 6 years. And when I hit 25, I had a little bit of midlife crisis. All of my friends, my staff, were all graduating from college and doing that. I'd never been to college before. I went straight into the restaurant business right after high school. So I thought, okay, well, yeah, I need to go to business school. This is what I do. I thought, because I was always a numbers guy when it came to the restaurant side of things, that was always something I was good at. I'm going to go become an accountant. I went back to University of Iowa, started attending business school there, and while I was there, I actually had the opportunity to meet some recruiters from Ernst & Young and Anderson and some of the big firms, and realized I put a bullet in my head if I ended up having to do that job for a living. That actually led me to, realize, it wasn't about what I thought I needed to do. It was what am I passionate about, and food was the one thing, and that brought me to Texas when I came down here and attended Le Cordon Bleu. I spent most of my early 20s thinking, I have to achieve this by this date. I have to become this. I need to work this way. And I finally started seeing it as a bunch of BS. Once I stopped saying I have to do this, have to do that, ignore the status quo, and just started doing what I loved doing what felt right. I started seeing the signs and paths laid before me. Once I started following those paths, such as, I'm not happy working in restaurants anymore. I'm going to work as a personal chef where I can have that intimate connection with my clients. I get out, then I realize, hey, I can be your personal trainer too. And it's given me an incredible satisfaction in the work that I do. It's not like I go to work anymore.